Maintenance during dearth period and different seasons. What is dearth period? This means which is called as lack or insufficiency of pollen or the nectar. This starts in the onset of the spring season. Maintenance. We should remove the empty combs and store it in an airtight container. We should use dummy division board in order to confine the bees into smaller areas. We should unite two weak colonies. We should also provide sugar supplement and substitute. Beekeeping activity starts in the onset of the spring in colder areas. So it is appropriate to know the management during different seasons. Seasonal management. The climate and vegetation in different areas is different in season to season. There are like four seasons called the honey flow season management, summer season, winter season, and rainy or monsoon season management. Management practices in the honey flow season. We should provide more space for the honey storage by giving artificial honey storage sheets. We should place the queen excluder sheets in brood and super chamber to confine the queen to brood chamber to prevent laying of eggs in super chamber as it is meant for honey production. Also, we should prevent swarming by clipping off the queen brood cells. And also, interchanging the positions between strong and weak colonies. Strong colonies inclined in weak colonies. Also, we should also harvest the honey within a time. Prior to the honey flow, use sugar syrup to stimulate the queen to start laying in the spring season. The other requirements can be dividing the strong colonies into 2 to 3 new colonies if colony multiplication is required. Artificial queen grafting technique is followed to produce new colonies so that the queens are produced throughout the year. The next comes the summer management. To reduce the effect of high temperature in summer, the colonies are kept under the tree shade or shade provided with sheds. We should place the gunny bags on all sides of beehive except at the entrance and sprinkle water twice a day. We should also increase the ventilation by introducing a splinter between brood and super chamber. We should also provide the sugar syrup and pollen supplement. A source of fresh water within a short distance of an apiary is very essential. Water is required to blend with the food and lower the temperature of hives during the hot humid weather. The next comes the winter management. So during this period, strong colonies perform well as more bees produce heat. All the cracks and crevices and holes should be closed properly. The direction of the hive should be in such a way to avoid the stronger winds. Artificial diet should be given to maintain strong and disease-free colonies. We should provide new queens to the hives. Winter packing in cooler areas. The next comes the rainy season or the monsoon season. During this season, a regular examination of the colony immediately after it rains. Clean the hive to reduce undue water contents inside the hive. While raining, when bees are confined to the hive, feed them with the sugar syrup. Care and the management. Water, relative humidity, dry without the dampness are all the requirements we should check it thoroughly. Also, trees serve as the wind bells in the cooler areas. Shade can be created artificially. Bee pasturage and florage should be very near to the beehive. Management practices. Hive inspection is done twice a week so that the presence of queen, egg, and brood chambers are checked thoroughly. Honey and pollen storage is also checked. Bee enemies like wax moth and mite are checked. We should also expand the brood net, and also we should add a frame in the super chamber which is called as superi. During breeding season, we should provide even more space, and also We should control swarming. We can control this by clipping off the queen brood cells. Next comes the artificial feed. If bees are not fed in the dearth period, they wander and the sugar syrup is fed instead. We should not provide canned jaggery as they resulted in abscond. Sugar syrup should be provided in 100 gram of sugar and 150 to 200 ml of hot water is boiled and cold and are kept in the glass bottle upside down. So these are fed on the alternate days in the evening. Also, drinking water is essential. We should blend with the food and lower the temperature supplied in the earthen pot and water drips so that the queen or the honeybee gets certain amount of water. Uniting the bee colony. There is a method called newspaper method. In this method, we should move the colonies 30 centimeters per day. Queen removed from the bee colony, and we should keep the newspaper on top of the brood chamber of queen. Make holes and keep in the queenless colony on top right colony. Close the hive entrances so that the smell mixes. Unite the brood chamber and make it as a single colony. The next method is called the smoker method. In this method, the bee smoker is the device which the beekeepers use to puff the smoke into their hives. This smoke doesn't harm the bees. It just interferes with their sense of smell so that they don't react to alarm the pheromones. So that this allows the beekeeper to safely perform a hive inspection. By this way, we can also unite two colonies.